Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here and we are looking like an absolute feral rat because that's exactly who and what I was last evening. I'm just gonna let you guys know right now, my new year has not started yet. I think it'll start maybe next Monday. At the time you guys are watching it, Wednesday, so like I still have like 5 more days to be an absolute fucking feral rat. And I really don't want to be, but I have to be, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. Just to let you guys know, I'm starting my new year off apparently with club crud because I already know I have a sinus infection. That's what you get for being a fucking menace to society. Learn from my story. I don't know what to tell you. So, my best friend, Alexis, came into town and it was her birthday the 2nd of January. So, like, obviously we were, like, in our cute girl era. We did some really cute shit. Let me show you guys what I did. We made these little vision boards, obviously, which are, like, so cute. I'm not going to show you hers because that's personal. Then, obviously, I had to, like, set up my little dining room table so when she came out of my room in the morning, like, it was all set up and it had balloons and little streamers and some presents. And I got some really cute pastries from this new Asian bakery that just opened a few months ago by my house. 10 out of 10 recommend. I would tell you what I had, but I can't remember because I was in such a rush. Like, in the morning I woke up because she slept at my house. I didn't have any time to, like, go and get the stuff beforehand. So I got up, like, super early and I was, like, being the Nicki Minaj sound. I was like, that was me, okay? But anyway, right now I'm in, like, my Alex Earl era. Not on purpose, but kind of on purpose. I'm building this little cute house, and I'm not going to talk anything about the house. We'll do a little tour, and then I'll talk about the house then, because I got things to tell you. So we go out last night, and we went and we got ramen from my favorite ramen place, and I officially converted Lexi. She was like, holy shit, this ramen is so good. I'm like, I don't lie, so thank you. And we actually go to get ramen, but we didn't get any ramen, because the place we went to doesn't take reservations. And we get there, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be 2 hours. And we're like, oh, okay. But we want to wait. They had, like, some good little drinks. We had lychee. She had a lychee martini, and I had a lychee Moscow Mule. So delish. And then we got, like, appetizers because you could still order from the bar, but you just couldn't order ramen. But, like, long story short, we never got any ramen. We ate basically in their lobby. We had a grand time. The people who took care of us were so kind to us. And then we're like, okay, we popped back over to my house because I got puppy dogs. I gotta feed them dinner and let them go potty. And that was, like, pretty slay for the time being. And then we went to this other place that's, like, very aesthetic, and it has beautiful twinkly lights all over. And we had another Moscow Mule. But, like, the vibes in there were very, like, low-key, and we knew we wanted to get feral. So we bounced out. We went to a speakeasy. And I have been to the speakeasy like a couple years ago, but only once, but it's a really, really neat place. So I was like, oh my god, like, I'll take you there, like, very unique experience, we'll love it. We had way too many beverages, and then they had burlesque dancers, but, like, I didn't know that. And the thing about burlesque dancers, for those of you who are not old enough, please tune out. And for those of you who are old enough and have never seen burlesque dancers, they're fucking awesome. They're, like, low-key, like, such a cool experience, and they're always so nice. But, like, if you're not ready, it can be a bit jarring. So, like, we're sitting there, we're talking, we're, like, we're coming up with our next multi-million idea that we can use to take over the world. And, bam! Boobies. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. No complaints. We made sure to tip all of our ladies very freaking well because we were live, laugh, loving for them. They really made our night. And then we went to this other place where it was apparently Latin night, and we went salsa dancing. I do not know how to salsa dance, but I did. I salsa danced a lot. I did the merengue, and we danced bachata, and it was so much fun. And they're like, you are a Rodriguez, like, why do you not know how to do this? I was like, my mom is a white lady who raised me, and she's an excellent chef, but my mom cannot dance, and she cannot speak Spanish, so, like, I'm only Puerto Rican where it counts. On paper, and I explained that verbatim to the people we met last night, and there was this lady there, and she was like, oh my god, like, my daughters are older than you, and I was like, girly pop, how old are you? Like, I had to ask, and she was like, oh my god, I'm 42, I was like, shut the hell up, you are so fantastic, like, she's out there, and she's such a good dancer, and she's helping it, we had so much fun. So then we leave this place, and then we go to, like, a crappy dive bar, where we spun this wheel, and I'm not going to tell you the outcome of the wheel, but just know, there were fireball shots involved. Hypothetically. Not for me. I wouldn't do that. I know better. But then there were these other people we met there, and they were nice, but they were kind of giving, like, bad vibes. Oh, speaking of bad vibes, I gotta circle back to that. They were kind of giving, like, mid vibes, and, long story short, one of the people in the group used to date this girl we knew from when we were way younger, and it was, like, kind of weird. And they were like, oh my god, are you gonna buy us drinks? And we're like, no, like, we're just girls. But eventually I do end up buying them a drink. I don't really remember why. Like, I don't think it was important. But they were like, oh my god, like, just, yeah, whatever you guys are drinking. So I asked the bartender, I was like, make us three tequila shots, and then make 2 water shots. And me and Alexis did the water shots, and they were all, like, literally gagging over this tequila, and they're like, how do you guys do that? And we're like, I don't know, we're just that bitch. And you know what we are? We're liars. We lied. But I actually have no problem lying to men that I meet in bars. It's, I won't say it's my favorite pastime, but it's definitely up there. So we're doing that. We're having so much fun. And then we went to this other place that is, like, a pop-up bar in my area. And they do really, really cool, like, spooky drinks, and, like, there's dry ice everywhere, and there's karaoke, and it was just so much fun, and we had a super slay time. And then we came home, and we watched Twilight. We watched Twilight because it's Peach's favorite movie, and the things I posted on my private Snapchat story are both hilarious and embarrassing, but I will point out, I get anxiety. For those of you who don't know what that is anxiety that comes with being hungover. I don't have anxiety right now, and I'm a little surprised as to why, because, like, the older I get, the anxiety begins to set in while I'm still intoxicated, which is one of the very many reasons I have considered going sober before. But, like, I like to have a bevy every once in a while. I don't really drink too much, especially for, like, my age. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, you're 22, Alex Earl is 22. Alex Earl is, like, she's just, like, always out there, like, you know, popping it off, and I'm like, yeah, and I can't do that. I am, I partied a lot growing up. I don't need or want to party that hard anymore, because I cannot keep up, and I get anxiety, and then I feel like I'm going to die, and it's, like, a whole fucking situation. And I'm hoping that at least one of you who's watching this video right now, like, knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. If not, I'm sure the rest of you clicked away. You're like, you're a feral rat, like, you're a bad influence. I also want to point that out right now. I'm not a good influence. I don't want anyone to think that. I don't want anyone to get confused and think that I'm condoning my behavior. I'm just doing a little chitty chat on my channel, you know, is what I do. And I was taking these really cute, my friend Alexis, for my graduation, she got me a film camera, so we were obviously taking some really cute-ass pictures, but I can't see them yet, so stay tuned for those, because I'm sure that they're gonna be fucking iconic. And I just love to do iconic shit, you know what I mean? You know, normally when I do my speed builds, I have, like, my camera right here, and I play the speed build back at the same time, but I kind of forgot to hit play right away, and I was, like, really moving and grooving with the voiceover, and I was like, hey, I'm just not gonna fucking stop myself, like, so I'm watching the build, and, like, I would love to, like, make a point as to something I had done, but I am not by any means on the same page. Oh, I'm actually pretty close. I'm looking at the times. I think I'm about 6 to 7 seconds off, and that ain't too bad, but, as you can see throughout the whole build, I was, like, trying to pop it with these platforms, and the platforms popped me, okay? They popped me, it wasn't that great, and it was, like, a whole thing. Anyway, back to our New Year's resolution. I'm not talking about this build, I'll talk about this build later. I made vision boards, and what I can definitely say, because it's not too late, 10 out of 10, if you go to CVS or Walgreens, but I went to CVS, and print out photos, you can print out, like, 4x6s for, like, literally, like, 10 fucking, or, like, I think they're, like, 40 cents, and then there's always coupon codes, so, like, I got 50% off my entire order, and me and Alexis ordered all these, like, really cute Pinterest pictures, and we just, like, went crazy. We're like, anything we thought we wanted to put on there, we put on there, and we printed out, and we had such a good time making our little vision boards. Like, they're so cute, and honestly, like, even looking at it right now, because, again, I was being a feral rat last night, and I am actively finishing this video at 3:43 p.m., and this video will be up and live at 5 p.m., but I'm determined, and my vision board made me feel extra determined. Plus, if you're just, like, looking for something fun to do, either with your friends or by yourself, I think it can be, like, really important. I'm very much always prioritize, like, setting goals and, like, writing them out at the new year, because I think it helps me, like, remember why the fuck I'm suffering through certain things I don't want to suffer through, and, like, stay grounded or whatever, like, whatever the good vibes are to say, I don't know. And the only other thing I'm going to say about the build before I, like, get into it is that I was, like, really using the new For Rent pack. And then I also, like, I thought this since I first saw the For Rent, build assets. I thought it would pair really well. We're in the world of, Tamarang, I think. I'll double check that. Which is the world that came with My Wedding Stories, which is arguably a shitty-ass pack. I haven't really played with it, but the furniture in it I think is very beautiful, and I thought it paired so well, like, in this world, in this, like, kind of Mediterranean, Spanish-style vibe. Now, I understand those are not the same, like, thing, but I've never taken a geography class in my life, and I try my very, very best to, like, you know, do a good job knowing what I'm talking about. But again, I also was a feral rat last night, and that's the hill I'll die on, and that's the excuse I'm using. But with that being said, let's go ahead and pop into the game for a live tour right now. Okay, team, we are back in better than ever as we head into our live tour, and I was incorrect. We were in Tartosa. That's my bad, but we are on this little lot all the way over here. Let's go do a little toury tour, obviously. This is her. She is beautiful. And now we can finally talk about her a little bit, but let's go ahead and do a tour. So you obviously come in, we got platforms out the wazoo, and a little fountain that I sized down and definitely has like some weird little water glitches, but I'm going to ignore it because I really wanted to use that fountain. And then, of course, we have some, like, cute little chairs up here. And our pergola. I love doing, like, little pergolas. And then this little fake bench because you can't actually get out there. So, whatever. And then you come in to the backyard, which is, like, one of my favorite backyards ever. It's just so beautiful. And I didn't even realize that the new For Rent pack even came with these little floaties. But they do. If you didn't, now you know. And then I did something different. I used this fountain. I believe this fountain is base game. And I went ahead, you can see right here. I put little, like, spigots that you can use to make your own fountains so in the game, like, if you're in live mode, or live mode, I think my brain is short-circuited, sorry, it'll be, like, spitting, so it's, like, an actual working fountain, and I just really like the way it came out. I don't build stuff like this a lot, and, like, I know it could have been better, and it didn't turn out exactly the way I had, like, imagined it necessarily in my brain. But I'm really, really happy with how it overall came out. I love, love, love this fencing. This fence is from City Living, actually, if you can believe it. It comes in so many beautiful swatches. Ugh, obsessed. And then I did something different. So if you want to come outstairs, you have like a nice little balcony of sorts. And this door, I believe is actually from the Industrial Loft kit. No, it's from the Desert Luxe kit, which came out for free for a little bit for lots of simmers. And then you go in. Oh, embarrassing. Fuck. Where'd my paint go? We're just going to use white because, obviously. I don't know why it's not letting me shift click to do this, but there we go. We're much better. This is the primary bedroom. Very nice, very cash. I don't know if I could live like this all the time, but, like, imagine you're on vacation, you're in your villa, you just open those bitches up in the morning and you sit there with your orange juice. Ah! Beautiful. Speaking of orange juice, I need orange juice biblically. But that's also probably because the amount of alcohol I consumed last night. Anyway, and then, so this is actually the main entrance when you come in, and of course there's, like, I was, like, not going for, like, necessarily any one color, but there's definitely an emphasis on the pink here. You guys know how I feel about pink. And then this is our living room area. It's very small in here, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because, like, I figured you could either use this home as a vacation rental, or in my brain, someone lived here full time, and it's someone, I don't know who, but I just imagine they just, like, love art and culture, and they're, like, a big foodie. Here's their kitchen. It's beautiful. I use this tile from Jungle Adventure, which I really like, actually. Both on the floor and on the walls. But anyway. But this person who lives here is also, like, an author, and they just love plants as well. But that's kind of what I was thinking, and honestly, you know what inspired this whole thing were these windows from the My Wedding Story pack. And if you saw my last video where I talked about how I want a New Orleans inspired, like, pack to come out that features hotels, then like I would expect to see windows like that with like all the ironwork. It'd be so beautiful. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to like articulate my vision. But that's really the entire thing. I think this thing is on the gallery. I'm not really sure. I will put it up there right now. As always, my gallery ID is linked in the description box down below. And I just want to take this moment to say happy New Year. My New Year's hasn't started yet, but it will eventually. So if you want to see how I become less of a feral rat, because I, plan on being one of those girls who has 10 steps in their skincare routine, and I'm just that fucking bitch, but like I'm working on it, work in progress. So if you want to follow along for that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. I need some build ideas for real. And as always, don't forget to drink your water, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.